Frank Furness, and I'm in the private music studio here of Allan Pease. World famous Allan Pease, written thousands of books, is like the product king. And it's great to be here again with my mate. Hey Alan, how's it going, buddy?
Say a bit more about me.
There we go. This is the way to dress, isn't this the way to dress here?
This is Queensland formal dress.
Oh, right, okay, great. I'm wearing underpants today, so...
Yeah, that's a change. I was getting worried about that.
Now, as you all know, Alan is the master of body language, telephoning, but what I want to speak about today is cold calling. You know, so many people still have to cold call, telephone. Alan, I remember when I first started in the business, I bought every tape of yours. Remember those things called tapes?
I do.
On cold calling. And there's still a lot of people that do have to cold call or warm call after they send out an email. What are some of the tips you can give us on telephoning? I know you made 1,000 cold calls, 954 appointments. How did you do that?
Well, that was unusual. I did that one on stage, as a matter of fact, where I was plugged into a microphone, the PA system, and I was doing it out of the Yellow Pages phone book. That's back in the 70s when you could ring anybody anytime. That was okay to do that. Because when you're doing something like that in front of a large audience, there were 600 people there, you've got to be wearing brown trousers at the time,
yeah, absolutely.
which I definitely was. Well, the main thing about making a telephone call going out is that, first of all, when somebody picks up a telephone, let's say someone rings you, and most people answer the phone and they say, "This is Bob speaking," or "This is Alan speaking." One of the things we know about telephoning is that people who have called in will respond to the last word they heard. So if the last word is speaking, they actually didn't hear your name. So if you say, "This is Frank speaking," they actually don't know who it is. So you change that and you say, "Good morning," name who your company is. You say, "This is Frank," and you have it up rising to, "This is Frank." So there's no doubt about who you're actually talking to. And around half the people will come back with their name, "Oh, Frank, this is," and they give you their name. And once you've got their name, then you have a rapport.
Right.
Because the hard thing about people, particularly those who ring in to find out about buying a product or service, is that they want to ring in, get the details, get the price, and get away from you as soon as possible. But as soon as you've got their name and they've got yours, it creates a relationship on the phone, which means there's a greater chance they're likely to say yes to what you might propose.
Right. And then how do you get into speaking about the product? Because sometimes you just want to sell the appointment and then you move away from the product. So I remember one of your things that you said was, "John, as you may be aware, we've recently developed some ideas." You see, I still know the script. How's that? After 30 years.
Well, Frank, gee, that's right. I've almost forgotten that myself. Well, the main thing about telephoning for appointments, that's one thing I specialise in, is making an appointment where on the telephone, if you're making an appointment, your objective is to sell an appointment at this point. It's not tele-selling where you're selling a product or a service on the phone. That's a different type of script altogether. Here, your objective is to sell an appointment, to get someone to say, "Yes, yes, mate, yes, Frank, I will let you come and stand in front of me for an agreed minimum period of time to have a crack at telling me your story." And we want to get that under the best and most favourable circumstances. So the first thing that you want to do is when someone answers the phone is you use their name. So if you answer the phone, I'd say, "Frank Furness, please." Now, most people don't think of please and thank you as a technique. But in fact, it's a technique. They're getting positive response. I'd say, "Frank Furness, please." Go on, answer the phone.
Yeah, Frank speaking.
Frank Furness?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, now by repeating your name and rising my terminal, again, first of all, I confirm that it is you. And secondly, you're thinking, "Well, who is this guy? If I won the lottery, he's going to give me $1 million. But Frank Furness?
Oh, yes, speaking.
Thank you. Frank. Now, don't leave pauses where Frank could interrupt or raise an objection if he suspected somebody trying to sell something. "Frank, this is," not "my name is." Now, when you say "my name is," what you're saying is, I'm an irrelevant person, really. "My name's Alan. Please don't hit me."
Right.
This is Allan Pease from name your company. This is Allan Pease from name your company. Has my name been mentioned to you at all recently, Frank?
Not that I can think of, Alan.
Now, now you say this is a cold call, so why would your name have been mentioned? Maybe it has, probably hasn't. But what we're using here is an icebreaker. You can't just go and grab a girl and whip her on the dance floor and start dancing. You've got to go up and say, "Would you like a dance?" There's a formal play that you have to go through to get a dance. So my version of asking you for a dance is, "Has my name been mentioned to you at all recently?" Or if I sent you a letter, I could say, "I'm calling regarding the letter I sent you, Frank. Did you receive it?"
I can't remember.
Or if it's a referral, I'd say, has John Smith mentioned my name to you at all recently?" That's even stronger.
Right.
Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Or "has my name been mentioned to you at all recently?" is all you need to say to someone. The purpose of that is now they're thinking, "What's your name again?" So you repeat it, right? "This is Allan Pease." "No, I don't think it has." Well, fine. It doesn't matter whether it has or hasn't. The whole point at this point is to get the person's attention so that they're not looking around at other distractions and being distracted on the phone. Well, the reason for the call today, Frank, in fact, as you may be aware, I'll give you the credit for knowing, is that XYZ Products has recently developed a product, service, whatever it is you're selling, has recently developed an idea designed to save you time, save you money, and it's for people who are in the London area like yourself, it's people in the banking business like yourself, whatever business they're in, it's for people in the bricklaying business like yourself, put them in a group, they're more likely to say yes, and we'd be happy to drop by. Now this is an interesting one to say. If you're trying to make an appointment means it's a fixed time and you're going to try and sell somebody something, but we'd be happy. The word I hasn't been mentioned anywhere here so far, Frank.
Right.
As soon as I say I, that means it's you and me. So we'd be happy to drop by. They're 2 to 3 times more likely to say yes to agree with you to drop by as opposed to an appointment. Bottom line is it's the same thing. We'd be happy to drop by and give you, give you the opportunity of seeing it. I'm calling now, Frank, to ask, we'll be in your area, which means I'm coming to see you, Frank.
Right.
I'm not going to give you a choice to say no, can I come or can't I? We'll be in the Hatfield area, we'll be in the London area, we'll be in your building, we'll be at your in your street, we'll be wherever you're going to be. We'll be there on Wednesday. Now make a time that you might be able to know. On Wednesday around 7 p.m. On Tuesday around 12 p.m. And we wondered, would you be in then for 7 minutes if we drop by? So now the decision you have to make is not do you want to see me, do you want to buy or not. The decision is would you be in on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for about 7 minutes. And the reason we say 7 minutes because no one believes 10, 15, 20, even numbers no one believes. Like, I'll be back in 10 minutes, Frank. How long is that where you live?
Oh. It's
not 10 minutes.
Absolutely, yeah.
When I come and see you tomorrow, I'm only going to take a quarter of an hour of your time, Frank.
It's 2 hours of time.
It's at least 1 hour. I'll pick you up in the car park in 5 minutes. You're standing out there with the wind blowing for the next half an hour.
Yeah.
So by using odd numbers, 7, 11, 9, like if you're running late, you never say late, that means you're inefficient, you're behind schedule. Odd numbers, like
7, 17, 27.
Well, let's say you're running a quarter of an hour late. Now, who runs a quarter of an hour late? Inefficient plumbers, building contractors are late. So you're ringing and you say, look, can you please tell Mr. Furness that I'm running 22 minutes behind schedule? So they think 22. What does a guy who's running 22 minutes behind schedule even look like?
Yeah.
Well, they want to see, what does this guy look like? 22 minutes behind schedule. Clearly you are dynamic, you're a problem solver, you can fix problems. If you're a quarter of an hour late, there's another slack salesperson trying to flog me something.
Oh, I love all that psychology. And the other thing I use of Alan's all the time is overcoming objections. I'm not interested, I don't have the time, I don't have the money.
They still say that?
Yeah, they still say, how's this? Well, that's fine, John. We find this is the case with most people even before we rang. All I'm asking for is a courtesy of 15 minutes of your time so that if you have any areas of interest either now or the future, you know what's available to you.
That's right. And I'll be there on Tuesday around about 1 o'clock. Would you be in there for 7 minutes if I drop by?
Now that I learned 30 years ago. It got me more appointments than you could ever imagine, and it's still stuck up here.
Yeah.
And there's the thing. If you've got a script, learn it off by heart. If you read the script, people are going to know you're reading it.
Well, this is what we call a shotgun technique. You are firing at a whole bunch of potential suspects and prospects out there. On average, if you fire this off enough, you are going to hit a hell of a lot of people and finish up winning awards. People are going to say, you must be a great salesman. No, you're not a great salesman. You're great with a script on the phone. You can get out to see an amount of prospects, because success in sales is not about making sales. It's about selling to prospects.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, Alan, we've got some fantastic information, and thanks so much for this great information. Now, if you want to find out more, take a look at some of the products and services we can offer you, please just take a look at the link below over here. Click on that link and take a look at some of the other great services and products that we can offer you. Helen, thanks so much for your time. Great seeing you.
Pleasure, Frank. Good to see you too. Welcome down to Australia.
Thank you.